Hello everyone, welcome to the post-match review. Manchester United 1, West Ham United 1, and we drop points again in the quote-unquote chase for the Europa League. Can't say I didn't see it coming, because I absolutely did. This is what I expected this team. So I said in the chat to you, everyone's negative Nick and all these nicknames are coming out. This is what this team does. It's just simple as that. They get to a certain point, you expect them to push on, and then they go back. So it's repetitive behaviour at this point. I feel like I'm going insane. Adam is joining us. Adam, you said you had a bit of things that you wanted to get off your chest, so I'll let you go first, mate.
I mean, like, where do you start? It's the same performance every week, it is. Yeah. And there's just no consistency with anyone. And where's the urgency? This is something that I said in the chat at the end. I was actually losing it. Like, just, there's no... I know, like, obviously take your time, don't rush things, but like when you're walking to collect the ball for a throw in the 90th minute, when you're just pedestrian. That's the best way to describe it, actually. Yeah. It's just shocking, it is. And then even to take a free kick, just get the ball moving fast. And like we see, it's the same every week. I just don't understand where it's going wrong. We're playing one game a week on average. Okay, I know we played, was it Sunday? We're playing on Thursday. But like, there's no excuse for it. There isn't. They're playing like there's 3 games a week. And a lot of the teams that we've played in the last couple of weeks have actually played more than us. So we have no excuse. Like, we saw it against Crystal Palace. Okay, we got a win. But like, performance wasn't there. And Everton, least we say about that, the better. Like, that was shocking. That was up there today. Again, with... I put it up there with Everton today because it was that bad. And to me, I think there has to be a lot of criticism for the manager for the changes he done. 2 defensive midfielders and 5 defenders.
3.
3
of them.
There you go.
Yeah,
like it's shocking.
A lack of decisiveness is probably the best way to describe the team in a minute, Sam. For you, what was the worst thing about our performance? What was really frustrating you?
Like Adam said, the lack of urgency, the lack of bite. Like, you think they'd be chomping at the bit. Play back at home. You're against a West Ham team that are not that good. They're missing Somerville, Paqueta. They don't really have a striker. Like, you think we can beat these guys. Like, we're at home. Like, we've got Cunha back and stuff. And you think, right, we should beat these. And for the first half, we just didn't look like we wanted it. Like, we just couldn't be asked. Knocking it about casually. West Ham not really getting on the ball. Just not real urgency. Second half, you think, right, hopefully he's put a rocket up him, similar to what he did with Crystal Palace. And maybe there was a little bit more, but not much, in all honesty. And I think this system that Amram's playing, and we'll get onto the substitutions later on because I've got an issue with those as well, but this system, I think, limits the players in it. Like, in a team where you've got Xerxes, Cunha, Mbumo, and Bruno Fernandes, and Ahmad, you should be creating and doing so much more than what we're doing. And we're just not. We're not creating anything. And it's so bad. And I think the old, what's the thing, the handbrake's off, or the reins are off, or what have you. He needs to give them something, because these restrictions in this system and stuff are just limiting the capacity. We're just relying on a special from Bruno or something, aren't we? That's what we're waiting for.
For me, it tells me absolutely everything that you have those players that you just referenced on the pitch, and it's Dallow's the one who gets the goal, which, fair play to him. For as much as we slag him off, the past couple of games, he has been one of the better players, which also tells you a story in itself.
While taking goal as well. Like,
the first touch and the finish was really, really good, like a striker's finish, literally. Yeah. At the start of the game, though, Adam, we saw the kind of team news. It was Aiden Heaven stepping up. Matthias de Ligt's obviously injured, should be fine for the Wolves game. What did you make of his cameo? He was a little bit shaky at the start, wasn't he?
Oh, very shaky. Early yellow card, and then you could see Lenny Yoro warming up from early on. Like, you could just tell the change was coming. I think it was a very... okay, we had nobody else nearly, other than Yoro, who didn't have the best game against Palace. I don't think he, other than the penalty, and here and there, I don't think he had an awful game, as people said. But throwing the lad in, I think, was it his first start since Grimsby?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, to throw him in to the deep end there, it's asking a lot, and I'm not shocked he kind of caved to the pressure there. Still a young player.
Yeah, you've got to be.
Know, yeah, we know there's talent there. I wouldn't be overly harsh because he's just been thrown into the deep end. But like he's not ready yet.
No.
From what I saw, absolutely not ready. I had one or two all right moments, but like just looked very shaky. And like you see the impact that Delish has in the middle then. Like just the calm presence.
Yeah.
Like it brings the best out of the players around them. And everyone else kind of looks shaky around them. So thank God he's back in the next game anyway, because I think we need that bit of, I suppose, stability.
Yeah. In these type of games though, Sam, when we're making like a few changes and adjustments, the players I'm looking to deliver are the Premier League proven players that we brought in and spent a lot of money on.
Yeah.
And for me today, and people, it might be an unpopular thing to do when people like him or whatever, but for like Cunha today, I'm just watching, I'm like, he seems very like, I know he's just come back from an injury and, call it whatever you want, and maybe that is the case, but even in games before that, he's a part of that pedestrian. Just do you know what I'm saying when you watch him?
Yeah.
Just talk to me about that front three, because even Mbeumo, I thought all three of them were underwhelming in my opinion.
Yeah, none of them covered themselves in glory like at all. Like in Mbeumo, he was making runs, but then when he was getting the ball on those runs, he was turning back and going backwards.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why have you made the run then? What was the point of that? Like there was no point to it because you've not took the ball, you've not tried to get into the box, you've not put a cross in. So why have you made the run? Like, it just didn't make any sense to me. Cunha kept dropping deep to get on the ball because he was getting frustrated he wasn't getting it. And then when he was on the ball, he was giving it away. He didn't look steady. Like, he was erratic at times. But then he was leaving a gaping space at the front, which nobody was filling. So the fullbacks wasn't going over, like, whoever that, like, Dallo or whoever. So West Ham were like, well, we just keep it all in front of us. It's fine. Like, we don't need to worry about that because nobody's covering it. So it was just like, there was no threat. And yes, Wan-Bissaka looked really, really good, as every fucking former Red seems to when they come to Old Trafford. You just seem to have the performance of their lifetime. Like,
should have got a red.
Yeah, he should have been sent off.
He definitely should be sent off. But like up until that point, he was probably West Ham's best player, I would say. Like he stopped so much stuff. So yeah, I was just looking at stats and like, we were all over him. Like, it just possession, expected goals, big chances, total shots, corner kicks, passes, tackles, everything we were better at. But we just couldn't. That's what you'd expect at
Old Trafford.
Yeah, but we didn't do anything. That's the point. It's like Van Gaal football. We have all this stuff and we do nothing. Like, we just do nothing with it. And
for me,
can you name a moment? A big chance. Can you name
the Bruno off the post?
It was the Mbeumo ball in when it curved in and Areola got a touch. Yeah. And then literally it was like 1-0. All right, we'll shut up shop, bring Ugarte on, bring 3 defensive players on, and hang on for 1-0, which, when have we ever done that? When have we ever hung on for 1-0 and not given in? Like, it's ridiculous at this point.
Yeah, it feels in this system specifically when we're trying to break a team down, it feels like the players aren't in the right position. Like Zirkzee is dropping really deep, so you don't have that number 9 who's going to gamble on something.
Yeah.
Apart from like when we're putting a million crosses into the box again against a very tall West Ham side, which is like, did you not learn from the Everton game? Baffles me. But then you have the combination of Mbeumo and Ahmad on the right hand side, and they're both like, sometimes it works, but sometimes like they both almost get in each other's way a little bit. Yeah. I feel like it's very congested on that right-hand side. And if they shut up that bit, the rest of it's kind of like, well, the wing-back isn't bombing on. Like I said, it had to take Dallo to gamble into the box to take the first touch and score.
It all goes down the right-hand side as well. Nothing goes down the left-hand side.
Nothing.
Like, left-hand side is dead. Like, nothing happens. So all West Ham have to do is just like, all right, just shut that Mbeumo and Ahmad down, and we're good. Like, we don't need to do anything else.
I thought that first half was just fucking... I mean, I've had quite a lot of caffeine today, but I ain't going to sleep. I have no problem sleeping tonight because that was fucking pathetic.
Just rewatch that. Just put that on replay.
I'll come to you when we talk about the second half in a second, Adam. Just want to read out some comments because there's quite a few people in the chat. Let us know your thoughts and feelings whilst you're with us, whether it is for 5-10 minutes. Any kind of points about the game, get it in the chat and we'll discuss it. UTFR, I'm so glad I never renewed my season ticket. What a load of shit. Yeah. Feel that. Chibi saying, I don't care anymore. Andy's saying, what's the ceiling with this manager? Honestly, Ray saying, I think giving Wolves their first win of the season may finally kill me. Everything about how we play annoys me. Dallo going end to end to take a failed long throw. Wolves are getting their first 3 points. Yeah, I can see plenty of people are happy in the chat. And Bumo and I would like listen. It wouldn't surprise me the way this team are going at the minute. And Bumo and Bruno were awful tonight. I'd also be sending Dorgu back to Lecce. He's crap. Like Sam says as well, there's some new people in the chat, so if you are new, please do subscribe. I know the result was bad, but it'd be a nice of you to do it. We're not going anywhere with Amarin out. Results are fair enough to predict, but it's getting to the point I can predict a performance. Just mediocre. 1 point in our last 2 games at home. Shameful. Yeah, all absolute bang-on comments. The second half, Adam, judging by the first, we're all sat there saying, right, okay, we expect a bit of a reaction, we pick up the tempo. Did we get any of that, in your opinion?
I saw a few glimpses here and there. Like, we did pick it up a bit compared to the first half, but like again, there wasn't much to shout for. Like we're talking about chances made. You made the good point there out on the right side. It seems like the two of the lads getting each other's way. They're both pretty much, they want to play the exact same position, same place.
It's like having 2 right wingers, isn't it? Basically,
it is.
Yeah,
it is. And like, I know we're cutting back, cross it in, but sometimes you see when Maz will go on the overlap, get the ball in then that way. You saw it a lot for West Ham. They were doing it and they managed to get a bit of success then, quite later in the game. And then eventually, I think it did lead to their corner, which they then scored from. But like, it seems like we're putting, when I looked at the team today, you're looking at just say across the defence, you're looking at Luke Shaw, left centre-back, who left wing back, he's not a natural centre-back. Mazraoui, okay, he looked a wee bit better. Right centre-back, again, he's a full-back, he's a right-back, he's not a centre-back.
And then Heaven himself.
Yeah, and then Heaven, who's shaky, who's a young fella. And then you have Amad Diallo on right wing-back, who isn't a right wing-back, who preferably will be in a 10 or on, I suppose, right wing position. But like, it feels like the manager, I know, like, he's made a few signings and that, but he's putting, I suppose, do you ever see those sets that children have where they put like different shapes into different holes? Seems like he's trying to fit the wrong shape in. That's what it feels like. And the comments, I think, reflect that. It feels like we're being led to nowhere at the moment. I can't see where we're going.
Yeah, it does feel like that. It's very stale, isn't it?
It is. It's very stale. And then the second half, again, like, you just knew the goal was going to come. Why shut up shop? We've kept, 1 clean sheet this season. That's it. And we've been in this situation before, 1 goal up. I'm surprised we didn't actually concede 2 and lose, because that's usually the theme. But we always concede.
Yeah, it did feel like I again wouldn't have been surprised if West Ham wouldn't have got the winner at the end, because just
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
It felt like the dagger was coming. Sam, you touched on the subs at the start of the show, so do you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, like, we're holding on. He goes, all right, I'm going to hold on for this 1-0. And like Adam said, when have we not conceded? When was the last time we haven't conceded in the game? So clearly we need more than 1 goal to win games. Like, we need more than 1. Yeah. So why are you shutting up shot? Why are you not putting your foot on the throat and going for the kill and killing this team off? So if they do get 1 back, it's 2-1, but we get away with 3 points. Why are you not doing that? Why is Kobe Mainu not coming on? Why is Igati coming on? Why is Shea Lacey not being given an opportunity? Cunha was absolutely just all over the place. Mbumo wasn't cutting it. Shea Lacey for 10 minutes at the end. Why? Like, let's see if he can make himself a hero. I don't understand it. But no, he brings on 3 centre backs, puts Ugarte on. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. And I've just seen some really awful stats. So this is the 22nd time West Ham have conceded the first goal away from home. But this is the only time they've managed to come back and avoid defeat. 21 defeats before this.
Yeah.
Like, that is damning. And then there's another one here I just wanted to get up as well, which was fucking a terrible thing. 4 times in the past month we've had an opportunity to go and capitalize on other people dropping points, and 4 times we failed to do it. Like, it's just, what is the point? Like, all these teams are just dropping off. Like, City, you're having a terrible time. Almost got beat the other night. I think you're at like Chelsea got beat by Leeds. Like Liverpool are off the boil. Even Arsenal drew, I think, as well, didn't they? As well. So it's like against Chelsea and stuff. So like, why are you not capitalizing on this? You know you could get points. You can move up the table. Go for the kill. Make an attacking substitution. Push it. Don't set up to not lose. Like, I hate, there's nothing worse than a manager setting up not to lose rather than trying to win a game. It does my head in more than anything.
Yeah, these getting 1 point against Everton and West Ham at home is
unacceptable.
For me, we're a third of the way into the season now, and you've dropped points against Brentford, Everton, West Ham, Nottingham Forest. That is more than enough sample size for me to say that, yeah.
Should have beat Spurs as well.
But the reason why I mentioned those teams I mentioned is because they're in the bottom half. Yeah. So they're the teams you should be beating. Like Spurs, if you get a draw, it's kind of one of them, like, you know, if you're pushing for Europe, it's not the end of the world. But with those teams, you've got to beat them, especially at home. And if you don't, you're not getting European football, despite even with how inconsistent the Premier League is at the minute. I think we've gone up to 8th or something. Yeah, we're 8th on 22 points with Brighton, Liverpool. You know, there's like 2 points between everyone up until you get to Chelsea and Aston Villa. And Villa are the one team now who are actually starting to show a bit of consistency. And you can see off results straight away, they're top 3. And you think about the start of the season they had. If you just put a run together, if we beat Everton and Wolves now, you'd have an extra 5 points or whatever it is. Like, fucking hell.
Top 4. You're top 4.
You're 27 points. You'd be on. You'd be level with Villa. And that for me, that's the most frustrating thing. The attack, the way they performed, and where we are in the league position, it's just upsetting. But I want to discuss a couple of individuals, Adam, because in a couple of weeks' time, Ahmad and Mbeumo go to AFCON, and Nasser Mazraoui as well. What on earth are we going to do when they go?
Well, I think that right side is decimated. Who do you actually bring in to the fold there? It's going to be what? Dallo? Right back or right wing back? Potentially right centre back. Who do you play on the right? Like, is he going to mix things up? Is he going to maybe put Bruno potentially a bit more advanced? Could it be time for Colby to come in back into midfield again?
He's not going to play. He's not going to play Shea Lacey, is he? Because he's not getting.
No, but why with Colby? Why did you, in that kind of game did you need to bring on Ugarte and Casemiro?
No, you didn't. No.
So, like, to me, I've lost all hope with Mainu.
And Cass wasn't on a yellow, was he? He wasn't on a yellow card.
No.
It's almost coward. It's almost cowardly, isn't it? Like, you could have gone for the win and you didn't. You chose to not do that.
He's worried. Like, the players are worried. Like, the captain's worried.
And
like, the fans are worried.
That probably comes across to the players when he makes that kind of decision. They're probably like thinking, oh, we need to shut down here. We need to, like, pull things back. And then that just allowed West Ham back into the game. Like, yeah.
But it's constantly happening. It's every game. Like, we can see it now. The writing's on the wall. We got a win at Selhurst Park, a draw tonight, drop points again. And you can see us probably losing against Wolves. That's just how we have been. Win, draw, loss.
Well, the blueprint's there, isn't it, Adam?
Yeah.
The blueprint is there. You watch the Everton game. What do you need to do? Stodge it out. You're probably going to get an opportunity in the second half. And when you do, make sure you take it, because you'll probably grab a point or a few points off him.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's so constantly happening. It's every week now. And I am kind of losing faith now. I did lose faith a while ago. I know he went on a good run there, but I think somebody put it in the comments. I don't know if it's true, but 13 wins in a year. It's not acceptable for Manchester United.
Someone said before in the chat, Sam, where's the ceiling with Amorim?
I think we've seen it. I think that run of the wins and then the 2 draws. I think we've seen it. Like, I think we said earlier on when we were like going through the tough part at the beginning of the season before we started like picking up points. I think it might have been after the Grimsby or it might have been after Brentford. I can't remember, but me and you were on the review and we basically said, I've lost faith that he can turn this around.
Yeah.
And that hasn't changed since that point. I started putting in a bit, like after those wins and the draws, there was a bit of more confidence going into the bank, but I still didn't believe it. And now with these results that have just gone on, like, it's still the same feeling. I don't think he turns this around. And either he goes some way at a point during the season or at the end of the season, Ineos go, yeah, thanks but no thanks, and depart with him, because I don't see how he turns it around. I don't.
It feels like the team just needs some life, and I don't want to give him the easy way out, because the players have had it a million times before. Bruno's probably had about 5 different managers at this point now, but it just, I don't know, it feels very stale at the minute when I'm watching him in games. It feels like they can only get up for it when it's a team they're not supposed to beat, and that's one of the weirdest places to be as a fan, watching, like, going up against fucking Liverpool or Brighton, or like, we've just beat this season alone, right? This is how mad it is. We've beaten Crystal Palace, who have always been a typical bogey team for us. Beat them away from home. Beat Liverpool at Anfield, despite how bad they've been. 10-year record, not winning there. Beat them. And you go in.
Brighton at home,
Chelsea. Brighton, Chelsea. These teams, and Arsenal at the start of the season, outplayed them completely. Obviously lost the game, but that's why I'm so confused, because I don't understand how they can do that, but then drop the performances in the past couple of games. This team confuses me. Really confuses me.
Is the potential there, though? Like, is the potential there for, a good team? I think the system just doesn't work. What he wants to do just doesn't work.
4-3-3, this team, I think, does well. Like, this team is built for 4-3-3. It's not built for the way he wants to play. It's too rigid, and it relies on extreme specialists in positions, and we don't have them.
None of them.
It's like extreme, like wing backs who are a dual role, where they're equally good defensive and they're equally good going forward. How many of them is there on the planet? Not many, and we don't have any. Midfielders who can cover ground and can play ball and all that sort of stuff. We've got one in Casemiro, and his legs are close to falling off, and we've stuck Bruno in there, who's not really that type of player. And then we spent 200 million on the attack, and it's not functioning. It's not working together. It's just like, what do you do?
When you look at the players that we did sign, though, I think Ineos have it's almost like put an insurance policy there, because yes, they fit into Amarin's system, apparently. The manager wanted them. But if he was to go and someone else was to come in, I think you'd also get the best out of them as well.
For me, a massive problem is, and I know they've brought in Benjamin Šeško, who's injured at the minute, but Man United not having a star quality striker who delivers consistently in games is a massive problem. Because then we're relying on the likes of Mbeumo, who is first, as he's shown the start of the game, first in everything, goals, involvements, etc. And when he has a quiet game, we don't really do it. That's, like I said, Dalot had to score today in order for us to get something. When Mbeumo's quiet, I just don't see us doing anything at all. Hopefully, Šeško comes back on the 15th and has an effect and starts getting more game time, and the dynamic might change a little bit, because it actually felt, and I know he's only scored a couple of goals, but the dynamic when Šeško's in the team is just different to how Xerxes is. Like, I feel like the players next to him find pockets of space a little bit easier, because you can use him as a target man. Xerxes uses a target man, but in a different kind of way, because he'll drop to feet. You know what I mean? He
drops and links, doesn't he?
He drops and links. Šeško flicks on, so you play it into space, and I feel like against a West Ham team and an Everton team, I feel like he could have been used, and it's disappointing.
Do you know what, as well, with Amarim, the decisions he makes are frustrating, the subs he makes and the way he plays and stuff. He could easily give himself a couple of easy wins by putting Kobe Bainu in, bringing Shea Lacey on, playing some youth players. And then fans could be like, yeah, things are not going right, but look, he's giving opportunities to these youth players and giving them things to go on. He's just refusing, outrightly. Kobe Bainu is not playing in this team, no matter what, even when potentially need him. Shea Lacey, he's making up numbers on the bench for that record that has become more than an ornament. Yeah, it's an ornamental piece rather than an actual sort of thing to aspire for. And it's just he could get some easy wins there by doing that, but he don't even do that. And then he sticks to his system, so it's just there's a double whammy there of frustration with him as well.
He's digging his own grave at this point, and he needs to adapt to survive before you can implement your ideas. And I think I was saying this a couple of months ago near the end of the last season. You have to adapt to your current situation to survive it in order to adapt install your ideas, and he hasn't. He's been trying to install these ideas, but like I pointed out, trying to put the wrong shape into the wrong hole. It's just not working. It isn't. And I think Sean Dyche is brutally honest. You get more out of 4-4-2 with this lot than you would with three. What is it?
Try anything else. Try something else.
Something.
Like, just try anything. But he's not. Like, that's the issue. Like, try anything else. Like, try 4-4-2. Try 4-3-3. I don't care. Just try something. Try something different because whatever you're doing is not working. Like, it's not working.
Tonight was the 4th time since the start of the last month that Man United had a chance to move into a Champions League place and did not take it.
We never do. It's been happening longer than 4 times. It's been 10 years.
Ten Hag,
as well. It
happened all the time.
Yeah. Right, let's go back to the comments. Andy's saying, what's pissing me off? People are saying, give him a midfielder. Have you seen the build-up from the centre-backs? People are talking about evolving systems when he's won 13 games in the year. Ollie would have this team on. Yeah, I think losing to Wolves will break the camel's back. Lakers saying, I have a ticket for the Wolves. My 4th away game of the season. Every single home game if we lose to Wolves. I'm not going back till it's changed. So depressing. Someone said on social media, and it was beautiful, why is he so convinced the system is the one? He started coaching yesterday. You're a young manager. Just learn to adapt or sod off.
Jesus Christ.
If you're JJ Gabriel and you're watching the way Amarin treats Manu, then the first thing you're doing is telling your agent to get you to Barca before Amarin gets his hands on you. I think that's a fair point. It is a fair point.
Look at Shea Lacey as well. Like, what is he doing? Warming the bench for what? To do what? Like, what benefit is he getting from sitting on the bench next to Kobe Manu? Like, there's just no benefit. Like, look at Barca. I think we spoke about this the other day, didn't we, Nick? You look at Barca, Pedri, Gavi, Kubarasi, Yamal, like, just a star. The whole team's made up of academy graduates. Like, why would you not go there? Like, it's insane.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think they are having conversations about the manager's future? You don't? Do you think they've just ruled it completely?
He will be here until the end of the season. I would put a lot of money on that.
They're going to give him the season.
Like,
and you know what frustrates me? Because, like, you have an opportunity. If you do a change, you can save the season. You can actually still have a really good season.
You could get European football because every other team is not stable at all. Like, like Nick just said, Villa had just started to put a run together. But before that, they were not that good. City are flaky. Liverpool, God knows what's going on there because they don't know what they're doing. Chelsea up and down.
They're level with us.
Yeah.
Which goes to show.
Chelsea are up and down. Don't know what you're going to get from there. Arsenal, the only team who are consistent and probably will win the league this season the way it's going. Everything else is up for grabs. So it's just like this is the time to grab something and get a European spot, and we're not doing it.
Do you know what? As well, you're going to be out of it by New Year with some of the teams that we play. Like we play teams around us, like Villa and Newcastle and people like that. I mean, if you flop in those games, it's just done. Even if you want to spend money in January, you're kind of looking at it like
I don't think
it's too late.
Anyway. I don't think.
No, I don't. But I mean, like, you just need a run. You literally that's it. And I think they will look back at the end of the season and they'll just go, lads, how the fuck have we not put something together there? With
this run as well. Like, look at the teams we played.
You could have had it easier, really.
Everton,
with all due respect.
10 men.
Everton 10 men. Crystal Palace, it's a bogey team. Like, I get it. Like that. Yeah. That's the one where I'd probably look at and go, all right. But then these guys, West Ham, who were awful team. You got Wolves next, who at bottom of the league haven't got a win all season. You're probably going to end up drawing or losing to them. Like, come on, like this is a layup. You just got to put the ball in the basket, man. Like, come on.
Yeah.
If we don't get a win against Wolves, I think there should be serious questions asked. There should be now, but especially against Wolves, who have 2 points all season.
Yeah. It feels like the team are breadcrumbing us. So, like, just when we're ready to just say fuck off, they'll give us something.
Yeah, they get one. Yeah.
And you're like, okay, let's see what happens then. And then they fucking stab you in the gut. And then you're like, oh, okay. What about this one? Win it, like, and the pattern's just, do you know what I mean? So, on that note, I think we can probably leave it there. Appreciate everyone in the comments section.
When's the next international break?
March.
Don't even think about that. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to do a little mini review over on social, so please do check us out on there. Thank you to Adam and Sam for the time. Appreciate everyone's time tonight as well. And we'll see you guys in the next one. See you in a bit.